Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Raja Muhammad Adimi Adam bin Raja Muhammad TAZERI. My matrix number is 2024845918. Today, I'm going to start the presentation with the introduction, which is what is tourism policy. A tourism policy is a government plan that guides how tourism grows, is managed and promoted. It acts as a roadmap setting broad goals like attracting tourists and creating jobs, or outlining specific actions like improving visas or encouraging investment. A policy shows what the government wants for tourism, but it is not a law. Good tourism policies help tackle challenges like sustainability, over-tourism and community involvement. They promote responsible tourism by protecting culture, the environment, and ensuring tourism benefits are fairly shared. Strong policies make tourism growth more inclusive, sustainable and resilient to crisis.
My name is SITI ALYSSA binti SHADAN. My ID number is 2024271322. Today I will present about the policy problems in national tourism policy. The first point is fragmented governance and weak interagency coordination. The tourism sector in Malaysia is managed by different government levels, federal, state and local, which often do not coordinate well. This leads to overlapping duties and delays in policy implementation. For example, in Perhentian Island, too many agencies were involved without proper cooperation, causing confusion and weak enforcement of tourism rules. The second point is ineffective implementation of government programs for SMEs. Small and medium-sized tourism businesses face difficulties accessing government support programs due to complex procedure and poor communication between agencies. Many local operators don't even know how these programs exist or cannot meet the strict requirements. As a result, the support meant to help them doesn't reach them effectively. The third point is overemphasis on short-term marketing over long-term planning. Malaysia's tourism strategy often focuses too much on quick marketing campaigns like Visit Malaysia Year, while long-term planning is neglected. This short-term planning leads to overcrowding and poor management of tourist areas. For instance, places like Cameron Highland have suffered from traffic and environmental damage due to lack of proper planning. The last point is institutional fragmentation in rural tourism development. Rural tourism areas have potential but face problems due to unclear policy and a lack of cooperation between government departments. Local communities often don't get the guidance, training or support needed to benefit from national tourism goals. In Kampung Batu Putih, Sabah, for example, locals tried to manage tourism themselves but struggled due to weak institutional support from the government.
Hi, my name is INTAN NURALEYSSA binti SAMSUL with student ID 2024634254. The National Tourism Policy 2020 to 2030 is launched to enhance sustainability, inclusivity and resilience in the tourism industry, transforming the country into a preferred tourist destination. At its core, the policy outlines the key objectives designed to make an even greater contribution to the country's growth. The first objective is to maximize economic contribution. The policy aims to boost economic growth by promoting high-value tourism experiences such as luxury, adventure, or cultural tourism. The shift from mass tourism to responsible, environmentally conscious travel attracts higher spending tourists. The policy also emphasizes tourism's role in promoting inclusive economic growth, reducing poverty, and creating jobs, especially in rural and indigenous communities. The policy aims to upskill Malaysians in hospitality and service sectors, promoting economic growth in small and medium enterprises, SMEs, and rural communities through tourism expansion. The next objective is to secure strategic partnerships and investments. The tourism industry is a multi-tiered system that promotes tourism through strategic partnerships among government bodies, private enterprises, and local communities. Local governments, for instance, are encouraged to form public-private partnerships (PPPs) to boost social welfare and economic participation, stimulate employment, and create business opportunities. Sustainable tourism necessitates eco-friendly infrastructure, promoting investment in smart transport options, digital tools, and green technologies in eco-friendly travel experiences. PPPs can also offer cost-effective, environmentally friendly, and community beneficial infrastructure for tourism development. The third objective is to encourage sustainable and responsible tourism development. Malaysia aims to become a top sustainable ecotourism destination, promote sustainable development by conserving ecological and cultural heritage, balancing economic, environmental, and social pillars. Malaysia's sustainable tourism practices also prioritize environmental conservation and heritage protection, involving local communities in decision-making processes. For instance, the Triple Bottom Line framework promotes balanced development by integrating environmental sustainability, social equity, and economic resilience. And the last objective is to empower local communities. The policy aims to empower local communities by promoting community-based tourism initiatives and increasing local participation in tourism-related activities. This approach preserves cultural identity, enhances quality of life, and provides economic opportunities. The policy also seeks to improve the inclusivity of tourism development, helping rural and underprivileged populations and making it accessible to everyone, including people with disabilities.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is NURFAQIHA Najwa binti RAZALI. My student ID is 2024249018 and I am going to present about policy strategies. Malaysia's National Tourism Policy 2020 to 2030 introduces 4 key strategies to drive sustainable and inclusive tourism development across the country. First, the strategy focuses on strengthening governance and industry resilience. To achieve this, the National Tourism Policy Council was established to enhance coordination between federal, state, and local tourism bodies. In addition, the Integrated Tourism Management System or ITMS is used as a digital tool for a real-time monitoring and transparent governance. These efforts improve communication and crisis preparedness within the industry. Second, the policy aims at creating high-value tourism experiences. This includes niche products like eco-tourism, cultural tourism, and agro-tourism. A key initiative is the Malaysia Eco-Tourism Blueprint 2016 to 2025, which promotes nature-based travel in areas such as the Belum Rainforest and Taman Negara. The government also supports community-based tourism through programs like GO2, Kampong, and Kampong Stay, which empower local communities to lead tourism activities. Third, the policy focuses on strengthening tourism infrastructure and investment. Infrastructure in destinations like Langkawi and Desaru is being upgraded. The e-visa system has been expanded for easier travel, and smart tourism apps have been developed to enhance tourist experiences. Through tourism investment zones or TIZs, Malaysia offers attractive incentives to investors while also encouraging public-private partnerships to support sustainable development. Lastly, the strategy emphasizes ensuring inclusiveness in tourism. Programs such as Desa Stay and the Rural Tourism Entrepreneurship Program help rural and vulnerable communities benefit from tourism. Other initiatives like the Women in Tourism Entrepreneurship Program and PUTRI empower women and promote equality within the industry. These efforts ensure that tourism growth benefits all Malaysians, especially those from underrepresented groups. Together, these four strategies serve as the backbone of Malaysia's vision to become a globally competitive and sustainable tourism destination by 2030.
My name is NABILAH binti SHUHAIMI. My student ID is 2024214274. Today I will be presenting the strengths and weaknesses of Malaysia's National Tourism Policy 2020 to 2030. One of the major strengths of policy is its focus on digital transformation. The policy goes beyond just upgrading systems. It reimagines the entire tourism experience through the use of technology. It aims to make Malaysia's tourism industry smart, future-ready, and globally competitive. Digital tools are being integrated across all stages of tourism, from planning and promotion to service delivery and post-visit engagement. Another strength in the policy is sustainable and inclusive development. It outlines a long-term vision where tourism not only supports economic growth but also protects the environment and promotes social well-being. The policy recognizes tourism's role in creating jobs, generating revenue, and boosting Malaysia's international profile while ensuring these benefits are shared widely across society. However, there are notable weaknesses in the policy. A major concern is the industry's heavy dependence on external factors such as global health crisis, geopolitical instability, and airline connectivity. The COVID-19 pandemic clearly exposed this vulnerability as it caused massive disruption to international travel and had severe impacts on revenue, employment, and businesses. Another critical weakness is limited stakeholder involvement in tourism planning and implementation. Despite promoting multi-stakeholder cooperation, the policy often follows a top-down approach. Local communities, small businesses, and civil society are frequently excluded from key decisions. This centralization can result in tourism plans that do not fully reflect or meet the needs of those on the ground.
Hi, my name is NURALEYSSA Natasya binti KAMARIZAN. My student ID is 2024664766. So today I will present about recommendation on how Malaysia can improve tourism and promote peace. There are 4 recommendations on how Malaysia can improve tourism and promote peace. Firstly, Malaysia should build strong tourism agreement with countries like China and India. For example, since the visa-free policy started, millions of tourists from China and India have visited Malaysia. We should also add more direct flights and promote our culture to make Malaysia more attractive to international tourists. Second, tourism can help promote peace. We can use our historical places like Malacca and Georgetown to bring people together. These cities show our multicultural background. By organizing cultural festival and heritage tour, we can help people from different countries understand and respect each other. Third, we suggest Malaysia work closely with ASEAN countries. Together, we can make it easier for tourists to travel around Southeast Asia. Malaysia joined the ASEAN Tourism Forum in 2024 to talk about ecotourism and cooperation. We can create tour packages that include Malaysia, Thailand, and other nearby countries so tourists can enjoy more in one trip. Lastly, Malaysia should promote cultural exchange. Our country is known for its diversity. We can hold food festival, music event, and student exchange program to share our culture.
As the conclusion from all the explanation have been made by my group members about the National Tourism Policy 2020 to 2030, Malaysia's National Tourism Policy has a strong plan to grow tourism in a sustainable and competitive way. However, problems like weak cooperation between agencies, poor support for tourism business, too much focus on short-term marketing, and challenge in rural tourism are slowing progress. To fix this, Malaysia needs better teamwork between agencies, stronger help for small business, more focus on long-term planning, and better support for rural areas. With this improvement, Malaysia can build a stronger, more inclusive and sustainable tourism industry for the future. That's all from our group. Thank you.